Welcome. In front of me is a Oppo Find X2 Lite, and today I'll show you how you can bypass the Google verification on this device. And before we get started, you will need to grab another phone. Now, I'll be using some Honor. I think it's Honor 90. The device that you will be using for this will need to have access to Play Store. So as an example, something like Huawei will not work. But basically any other Android device will work for this. Now, additionally, you obviously need to have access to the secondary device that you will be using for this. And you will also need internet connection, and that's about it. So, to get started, just going to quickly touch upon the state of this device. You can see that it is locked. It's telling me to draw the pattern to unlock it. And if I close this, it should tell me that I should provide my Google account to verify the old user, which should have been me. Now, assuming I don't know either of those, I'm going to show you how you can bypass this. And to get started, we will back out a little bit to the Wi-Fi page like this one. Now, if you haven't connected to your network just yet, do so right now. I am already connected to mine, and once you are connected to your network, you'll then select the eye icon. So I'm gonna kind of hover over my hand. Oh, no, that's fine still. Should be a share option. Where is it? If I press this, no. Add network. Let me try to figure this out. Now, I am missing the share icon. Should have a share. Unless I am just missing it in here, but I don't think I am. Now we do have Wi-Fi QR code, so I'm gonna hover over my hand, click on that. Okay, there it is. So just to close this off. So right here, it's not really share, but it's basically the same thing, or at least leads to the same thing. So here we have Wi-Fi QR code. Once you are connected to some network, you will have this. And from there, once you click on it, which I'm gonna hover over my hand, it shows us obviously you can see part of the QR code, but below that we have the actual nearby option. So I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna make sure that it's not showing password, and it's not, because sometimes it will actually show us the password for the Wi-Fi. Now anyway, from here we're gonna select turn on, and there it was. There's the password. So I'm gonna again hover my hand over it. As you can see, it shows us right here. It's literally under my finger right here, but I'm blocking it. So once you select that, you will have the option right here, need help sharing, which you want to click, and this will open up a article. So in here, in the article, we're gonna select the three dots and then select share article, and then we will select, let me quickly make sure what I'm gonna select. Messages, new message, to, doesn't matter to who, so just type any kind of number in here. And from here, we're gonna remove the actual article that is visible. So fully get rid of it. And then type in www.youtube.com. Now, the first portion, this extension is actually important this time around. So without it, if you don't put the extension like I just did, it will open up YouTube in like this tiny little window, kind of like a pop-up view, and this won't give us the option that we need. So make sure you add this extension. Once you actually add it and you send it, and then open this up. Come on. Oh, it still opens it up in the pop-up view. Well, that's fantastic. Let's try it again. So I'm just repeating the steps. There we go. That's what we were waiting for. As you can see, it now shows up with an actual image right here. Not sure why it didn't show up the first time around. Maybe I misspelled something. Anyway, case, I'm gonna tap on this, and as you can see, there we go. It opens it up in a full view. Though before it did open YouTube in pop-up view, as you've seen. So that's what we didn't want. That's what we want. Now, in here, once we actually have YouTube open, we're gonna navigate to accounts right here in the corner, and we're gonna select settings, about, Google privacy policy, accept and continue, no thanks, and we have our browser open. Now in the browser we're just gonna navigate to HardReset.Info/bypass. So if you need a moment to write this down yourself, considering it's actually not correctly written. There we go. That's basically what I was looking for. So once it's written like this, you can navigate to it. And this will open up the HardReset.Info website with a couple options that we can now access. As you can see, now we are looking for, let me just quickly actually check what we're looking for. So we're looking for settings. So this one right here. Click on it. This will open up the phone settings. And here we're going to navigate to home screen and a lock screen. So right over here. Home screen layout, and it opens up home screen. So next thing, we're gonna swipe right, which I don't think that's actually correct. I think it's gonna be swipe left actually. So actually we don't need to swipe anywhere. So in the guide it says to swipe right, which if anything we should be swiping left, but the tools folder is on the first page right here. Open it up, and in here we should have, there we go, clone phone application, which is what we're looking for. So you want to open that up, and then when it pops up with any kind of requirements to allow access to something, just grant it all. There we go. And in here we're going to select that this is the new device. So right over here. Migrate data. So we're going to be migrating data from another Android. So that's what I'm going to select. And it generates a QR code for us to scan. So now we can grab the other device. And here we're gonna navigate to Play Store, and we're gonna search for clone phone. There we go. It shows up with several different ones, as you can see, OnePlus, Oppo, and some other one. You can honestly download either the Oppo one or OnePlus. They are both the same. That's still basically the same company. So these both work, but for the purpose, I'm gonna download the correct one, Oppo, as this is the Oppo device, and I'm gonna select install. From here, we're gonna open it up and agree. And again, we're gonna have a bunch of different permissions here that we need to agree to. So we're gonna navigate to settings, toggle this on, go back, settings, toggle on, go back, start migrating, settings, find the clone phone, so it's right over here. Toggle on, go back, go back. To ensure migrating will not be interrupted, do not switch network during data migration. Okay, cool. Again, settings, enable, go back. While using the app, allow, allow. And just continue spamming allow, turn on. So just toggle this on. Now, different devices, when you're selecting the allow options and all that stuff, might have it might look a little bit different in certain cases. So whatever it opens up, just try to kind of figure out what it wants you to toggle on. For the most part, if you have a page full of applications, find the clone phone app and then toggle on whatever there is. And in cases like you just seen right there, just toggle on whatever the heck was at the top. Or if there is any kind of toggle or multiple ones, just pick the main one, let's call it that way. And from there we can select start migrating. Phone requires a location, permission, okay, cool. Again, while using the app. For some reason it requires location even though it's a camera. Go figure why. It's not like it shouldn't require this, but I guess, you know, China wants your data. And now we're gonna simply pair these two devices together. So we're gonna use this camera to scan this QR code. There we go. It's going to begin connecting, and you will see in a second just a bit of a change here on the other device. There we go. So it's right now pairing these two devices. Now I'm going to check out what we need to view unsupported data. Okay, cool. So it will select everything that it can. I don't think we want everything, so I'm going to check. It doesn't really specify if we need to migrate anything. For the sake of this, I'm gonna deselect basically everything. And let's see, I'm gonna select one application just for this. Okay, and I'm gonna deselect this and this. I'm just trying to figure out, in the guide it does mention anything like that, but from past experience, if we need to migrate anything, it's just a single application. Just really want to make sure that I'm not missing something, but it looks like there is just a missing step in here. Okay, so I was missing it. So yeah, we just need to select a single application. Now what application you migrate doesn't really matter, as you can see. So just to show this again, you will navigate to the apps, tap on the text obviously, and this will display all the applications that are installed on your unlocked device. Here, select any kind of app that you want. You can choose whichever one you want, but what I recommend doing is selecting one that takes the least amount of space. Because the bigger the application, the longer the migration will take. I selected Netflix, it's only like 5 megabytes, and from there I can select start migration, continue. As you can see, it's now sending that application to this device. It finishes it up, at least here it's done, it's still installing it here, and it just finished. So now we're gonna select done. It for some reason skips over the verification portion, as you can probably see, so it's now telling us to select our navigation style. I'm gonna select the gestures just for this, and unlock method, we're gonna skip this, it doesn't really matter right now. Again, gonna now finish up the setup and gain access to the home screen. Now that being said, we did have access to the home screen before, but if you were to reboot the device, you would lose that access. So right now this is more permanent access to the home screen, but we're still not done. There is one last thing that we'll need to do, which is navigate into the settings and scroll all the way down to system settings, I believe. Yep, system settings, and then select backup and reset. Reset phone, erase all data, and then you want to press on the erase all data once more to initiate a factory reset of the device. That might seem counterintuitive considering we just gained access to the home screen, but the reason you want to do this is because when performing a factory reset of the phone through settings, the phone is forced to remove all the protection from it. That's kind of how it works when doing it through settings. So even though this phone still contains the screen locks and Google accounts that were previously blocking it, when we do this reset through settings, those protections will be completely removed. Now downside is you will need to wait a couple minutes for this reset to finish, and number two, once it's completed, you will need to go through the setup of the device once more. But with that being said, the setup the second time around after the reset, the device will be fully unlocked, so you can go through the setup in whatever way you want. It's fully unlocked, so you would have the typical kind of setup experience instead of what we have done at least throughout the video. So just make sure you do this this option here to fully unlock your device. And with that being said, I'm not going to go through this just because it's a lot of black screen and this device takes a little bit long to reset, and there is really no point. Once you go through it, it's fully automatic, so there is nothing to screw up there. So with that being said, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.